Imagine developing a small, sensitive boil near your anus. At first, the inflammation makes sitting incredibly difficult, and every step you take sends sharp jolts of pain through the area. Over a few days, the internal pressure builds until eventually it bursts and releases a collection of pus. That release of pressure feels like the end of the ordeal, but the relief is strictly temporary. Weeks or months later, the pain returns, the swelling comes back, and the wound begins draining again. You are stuck in a relentless, repeating cycle. This cross-section reveals the underlying medical diagnosis, a fistula in ano. It is a physical underground pipe connecting the internal anal canal directly to the outer skin. We can trace exactly how this forms. It almost always begins as a simple infection in one of the tiny glands inside the anus. Bacteria multiply rapidly, turning the infected gland into a pressurized abscess. Seeking an escape route, that abscess burrows a path outward through the surrounding tissue until it breaks through the skin. Because this newly formed tunnel remains wide open to the bacteria inside the digestive tract, it constantly catches new debris. The pathway is permanently contaminated, meaning the body is physically incapable of breaking the cycle of infection on its own. Antibiotics and time will not close a fistula. The only way to permanently cure the condition is to surgically dismantle the tunnel itself. This schematic isolates the central anatomical complication. The tunnel weaves directly through or completely wraps around the bands of the anal sphincter muscles. These circular muscle bands are what allow us to retain bowel contents. They expand and contract continuously throughout the day, providing complete physical control over our digestive exits. If a surgeon goes in blind and cuts the entire infective tunnel out, their scalpel will slice right through the sphincter. Severing this muscle destroys its mechanical grip, leaving the patient with lifelong, irreversible incontinence. This creates an incredibly high-stakes surgical puzzle. The doctor has to perfectly navigate the anatomy, completely eliminating a deeply entrenched infection without destroying the bodily functions that allow the patient to live a normal life. To avoid any collateral muscle damage, a surgeon needs an exact, personalized roadmap of the affected area. This is why patients undergo a detailed MRI before they ever reach the operating table. Once in the operating room, the surgical team begins their physical exploration. They carefully insert a small, specialized metal probe into the external opening, manually tracing the pathway inward to confirm the angles and depth. But physical probes can miss microscopic offshoots. Looking at this 3D wireframe, we see how surgeons overcome this by injecting colored liquid dye into the primary tunnel. The dye flows through the main pipe, suddenly bleeding into several smaller, previously invisible branching pathways. Finding every single branch is an absolute prerequisite. If a surgeon leaves even one single microscopic branch untreated, that tiny reservoir of bacteria will pulse, expand, and regrow a completely new fistula network. Armed with a complete map, surgeons classify the threat into 4 distinct types. The classification is based entirely on how deeply the tunnel invades the vital sphincter muscle. This diagram shows a type 1, or simple fistula. It is a short, shallow tunnel that bypasses the thickest, most important layers of the core muscle. The solution here is low risk. Surgeons perform a fistulotomy. They slice the tunnel open from top to bottom, forcing the closed pipe to unfold into a shallow, open trench. With the roof removed, the infection is cleaned out and the groove heals naturally from the bottom up. But look at how the cross-section updates for type 2 and type 3 fistulas. These are high risk. The tunnels weave straight through the center or travel high above the crucial muscle layers. A straight cut here would guarantee muscle failure. To solve this, surgeons use Seton placement. A specialized surgical thread is fed through the entire tunnel and tied into a continuous loop. This thread gently keeps the pathway open to drain the infection over several weeks, allowing the tissue to heal without snapping the muscle. Finally, we have the type 4 complex fistula. This is a dangerous, spiderweb-like network of multiple tunnels and exit holes, deeply entangled inside the muscle. It is often linked to underlying immune conditions like Crohn's disease. For these delicate cases, cutting from the outside is too destructive. Instead, surgeons deploy tiny VAFT cameras or laser fibers into the tract. using intense heat to systematically destroy the tunnels from the inside out. The entire discipline of fistula surgery is an exercise in precise calculation. A surgeon evaluates the exact structure of the internal thread and deploys a specific surgical technique dictated entirely by the shape of the tunnel. After leaving the operating room, patients face weeks of highly disciplined recovery. The wound must be meticulously cleaned, patients take regular warm sitz baths to soothe the area, and adhere to strict high-fiber diets with deep hydration to prevent any physical trauma to the surgical site during digestion. Even with perfect surgery, the shadow of the disease requires vigilance. If the internal starting point of the tunnel was missed, or if a condition like Crohn's disease remains active, the infection can find a new path and return. It is very easy to dismiss these symptoms as a minor, embarrassing skin flaw, but beneath the surface, the body has developed a sophisticated, high-stakes anatomical puzzle woven through some of our most crucial mechanics. Successful surgery permanently dismantles a hidden network that a patient cannot fight on their own. By carefully tracing, neutralizing, and sealing that unseen maze, surgeons eliminate the hidden tunnel, breaking the cycle of pain and finally restoring a person's freedom and dignity.